Hi everyone, Mark here. I'm a London-based life coach and I have an interest in how you can make small changes that have a big impact in your life. And today I'd like to talk to you about time management and creating a new habit. And this came about as I met a friend of mine for coffee this morning, and we had a really interesting conversation and something that I hadn't really clocked before, although it's quite obvious. Um, my friend, she is now retired and has been retired for a couple of years. And just this month, I've had quite a bit of spare time on my hands, and I'm probably going to have a bit of spare time coming up as well. So I was telling her how I was really keen to make sure that I didn't waste this spare time that I had. And how could I do that? And so what I have done is I have created in my phone calendar lists of things that I want to do each day. So my calendar, my personal calendar, it looks like a work calendar. So for example, I have a recurring appointment every morning at 8 o'clock to go for a walk. That happens like every day. There are other things that are repeated in my calendar all the time. So it looks like my personal calendar on my phone is really busy. But when you look at it, it's just really sort of mundane, everyday things. And so I was showing her this, and I think she was looking at me quite bemused. Um, but I said, the reason I'm doing this is because I'm trying to find a way to make sure that I just don't waste my time. So, if you're working full time and you're very busy, when you have some spare time, often you'll just chill out, watch TV. On weekends, you might do things like binge watch something. And what I tend to do, I don't tend to watch a lot of TV, I tend to watch a lot of YouTube. Um, and often I can just waste hours and hours watching YouTube. Well, it's not really a waste. I do get entertained by a lot of the stuff on there. But I'm sure you've had this experience where you start watching something, you binge watch it, and all of a sudden it's dark outside, and you think, where is the day gone? Have I wasted the day? And depends what you think about whether you're watching whole box sets of things all day is a waste of time. For me, I don't particularly want to spend my time doing that, but I was aware that I could get into the trap with this spare time this month of spending a lot of time watching YouTube. And, I just love watching all the different things that people are doing on there. But being a consumer of YouTube is different to creating on YouTube. And what other things could I be doing? So, on my calendar on my phone, I have these sort of recurring things which sound really mundane. Things like going for a walk in the morning. Another one that is recurring, not every day, but maybe weekdays, is doing half an hour of reading in the afternoon. This is really lovely at the moment. It's summer in London at the moment. And so it's light. So you can go and sit outside at 4, 5, 6 in the evening, and even then you can sit outside and it's just still light, and it's so lovely to sit on the balcony and read a book for half an hour. I'm not a big reader, but I want to be a reader, and I think my attention span is just getting smaller and smaller. So I need to train myself to get my attention span to be longer. So one of my challenges is to do some reading every day. So that's in my diary. So I've got things like going for a walk, reading. Another thing, which is sort of probably twice weekly, is a couple of hours of cleaning. And I think my friend was looking at this going, why have you got cleaning in there? And it's because normally I'm working, and so cleaning just sort of happens when I can. But now that I've got time, I really want to set some time to do some really deep cleaning while it's nice weather. Um, so I wanted to put like chunks of 2 hours, maybe twice a week in to do some deep cleaning. If I didn't put it in the diary, I fear that I would just forget to do it. I know I clean up every now and again, but the deep clean that I'm talking about, if I didn't put it in the diary, I genuinely think I would forget. And next month, I'd be like, I've been meaning to do this cleaning and I've not done it. So there is something about putting things in the diary so that they do prick my conscience. consciousness and remind me. So I'm not wedded to the diary entries, slavishly. Um, at the moment I've hurt my foot, so I don't walk every day, but just having it there reminds me when it pings on my phone, you should be out for a walk, just reminds me, oh, I should be out for a walk. But if I didn't have it, it just wouldn't even cross my mind to go for a walk every morning. If I didn't have that ping to remind me to go outside and read a book for half an hour, I fear I would just forget and I just wouldn't do it. And it'd be like 2 months down the track and I'd go, I've been meaning to read every day and I haven't done it. Now, it's not to say that, I might be out doing the shopping or something and then that reminder comes up saying you should be reading. It's fine. It's just a reminder. So sometimes what I do is on the day I will shuffle things around on the diary so that they sort of coordinate and fit. So it's not always that I'm reading in the afternoon, but I shuffle things around, and sometimes I don't do it, and that's fine. I'm not going to beat myself up over it. But having those reminders pinging up all the time does put in my consciousness that I'm trying to make a change. I'm trying to strive for something new. I'm trying to create a new habit. And if I don't respond to those, then really I'm letting myself down. So I am trying to keep to those as much as possible. So my diary is, quite full of these very mundane sort of things because maybe it's my memory. I just don't have a great memory. So if I didn't have it there, I'd just forget about it. But I think I showed my friend my diary. I think she was quite shocked because she was just like, is this your life? Like, you've got all this spare time and you've got things like cleaning or half an hour of reading or going for a walk. Is there not anything exciting? So I asked her, how do you, create a new habit? How do you fill your day? I mean, she's retired. So I said, how do you fill your day? So she said, I love the fact that my calendar is blank. And she says, I only put things in there that are really sort of extraordinary or bookings for things that I'm going to do, like theatre. But she said, having a diary, my personal diary full like this would just, give me the shivers. And I completely get that. I completely get where she's coming from. I suppose if you come from work, where it's full-time work and you're going from meeting to meeting to meeting, one of the benefits of like retiring or having time on your hands is not having a diary that's full of non-stop back-to-back appointments. I could do that, but I fear I would spend a lot of time not doing things that just sort of wasting time. I suppose wasting time, I hate the term wasting time because I don't think you waste time, but I want to do things, but I just need that sort of reminder to come on, keep on track. If you can't do it today, that's fine. Move it to tomorrow. Or, accept that you're not going to get it done today, but just remember you're supposed to be creating a habit. So her diary is quite empty and she loves it. My diary is quite full. And I wouldn't say I love it, but I'm enjoying the fact that every now and again, you know, every hour or so, something will pop up and say, you should be doing this by now. I don't do it all the time. And then what I do, interestingly, is at night when I go to bed, I say this is interestingly, you're probably looking at this going, is I look at what I've done, what the day I was supposed to do during the day, and I color code the things that I have done. So I change the color to green so that I can look at the month on my phone calendar and I can see all the different things that actually I did achieve and did do. And the other ones just remain the usual color. But sometimes that happens, it's a process and you have to work at it. So I guess I'm asking, how do you create a new habit? How do you use your personal diary? Some of you may be saying, I wish I had time to put things like go for a walk in my personal diary. I'm really busy. I guess I'm lucky in my circumstances that I do have quite a bit of spare time at the moment and may have some spare time over summer. So how do you create a new habit? What systems do you have? Do you use technology to help you? Do you just have a great memory and can just remember to do things? Because I just find I don't. Maybe because the things that you're wanting to do are things that you really enjoy, that you don't need to be reminded. You wake up and go, I can't wait to go for a walk in the morning. I need a little alarm to go, hey, lazy, get up. You're supposed to go out for a walk today. So, how do you create a new habit? How do you use your diary to fill, make sure that you're using your day? Or maybe you don't. Maybe you do like sitting down and watching box sets all day, and that's absolutely great. I'm really pleased for you. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you had to say. Um, so pop it in the comments below. And if you're interested in talking more about creating new habits, check out my website, www.mtccoaching.net, and maybe we can have a chat about it. But for now, thank you very much and have a great week, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.